Since the announcement of the Fire Hunter anime, a highly anticipated show within the community, we have held high hopes for a thrilling adventure. Little did we know that the emotional journey ahead would be a roller coaster of mixed feelings. From its unusual art style to the retro-futuristic world with lifelike characters, Fire Hunter was one of the most anticipated shows of the winter 2023 anime season. But the audience was unaware that the anime would stir up quite an uproar. In this video, we'll delve deep into the controversial Fire Hunter anime, exploring its positives and negatives. We'll discuss some of the show's more controversial aspects and offer our honest opinions on whether it lives up to the hype. Fire Hunter, also known as Hikari No Ou, is a novel by Rieko Hinata that received a highly anticipated anime adaptation in 2023 by Studio Signal MD, directed by Junji Nishimura. The series boasts an illustrious team. We have Mamoru Oshii, known for his work in Ghost in the Shell, responsible for the composition, and then there's one of the biggest names in sound, Kenji Kawai, handling the music. This impressive staff has contributed to the high levels of hype surrounding the show. So, without further ado, let's explore the Fire Hunter anime together and see what all the fuss is about. A dystopian world is always intriguing, isn't it? The premise of Fire Hunter revolves around a retro-futuristic world where the human body has been altered due to catastrophic wars, causing people to combust the moment they come in contact with fire. With humanity forced to live in small struggling villages, the world is shrouded in deep forests, infested with vicious beings called fire fiends. Inside the bodies of these mysterious fiends lies humanity's last bastion of hope, the only source of heat. For the blood of these beasts is the basic source of energy. The duty to hunt them falls to the sickle-wielding warriors called Fire Hunters, who brave the depths of the great forest to keep humanity afloat. Stepping foot in such a deadly world means certain death, which is the reality that our protagonist, the young village girl Toko, faces when she walks right into the death grip of a fire fiend. However, her life is saved by a fire hunter who loses his life, leaving behind his sickle and a hunting dog named Kanata. Feeling responsible for the fire hunter's death, Toko's family sends her to the capital to return the man's sickle and Kanata to his family. But for an 11-year-old girl, the journey through the forest is a deadly one. She hitches a ride on a humongous futuristic train that journeys through the dangerous territory, carrying supplies to remote areas. But as expected on such a life-threatening expedition, ferocious beasts and enraged guardian deities stand in her way. Meanwhile, in the capital, the Fire Hunter's son and our deuteragonist, Koshi, and his sister are adopted by a wealthy family after their mother passes away. Koshi discovers some unsettling truths about the royal family in power, and through his father's research, learns about the special fire that could save humanity. As we are introduced to this dystopian setting, the countdown to mankind's demise has already begun. What significance does the meeting between a powerless girl and a bookworm boy hold? Throughout the story, the themes of sacrifice, hope, and humanity's struggle for survival are explored, many that'll keep you on the edge of your seats as we follow Toko and Koshi on the tearful journey to uncover the truth about the fire fiends and the fate of humanity. In this retro-futuristic world, the characters are not just supporting pillars, but significant contributors to the series' allure. Each character's multidimensional persona breathes life into the show, making it easy for viewers to empathize and connect with them. Toko's grit and Koshi's insatiable quest for knowledge, among other unique traits, adds a new layer of depth to the story. First, let's see the lens of the character who embodies both cuteness and bravery, Toko. For a young girl forced into a dystopian world at the tender age of 11, she's a fighter, not necessarily in the physical sense, but in the way she confronts challenges with unwavering determination. Her courage in the face of adversity is inspiring, as is her unrelenting spirit. For instance, we witnessed this quite early in the series, when Toko tries to save the runaway bride, Kaho, from the clutches of the fire fiend, or when she uses a sickle to slash a beast threatening her friends. Toko's compassion towards others is evident in how she interacts with them, always seeking to understand and help, even in the direst of circumstances. Her journey has been challenging, but Toko's spirit remains unbroken. The question remains, will her destined meeting with Koshi be the turning point that changes her life permanently? As an 11-year-old girl journeying in a dystopian world, it's easy to root for Toko and feel invested in her startling story. Moving on, let's talk about the kind-hearted, resourceful youth, Koshi. Having lost both his parents at a young age, he had to take care of his sick little sister. However, he never lost his will to survive, and his strong spirit continued to shine through the darkest of times. Fortunately, the wealthy Okibi family took him in, and he learned about his father's research, taking him on the road to humanity's salvation. Despite living in a harsh and unforgiving world, Koshi retains his gentle nature, never losing his sense of compassion and empathy towards others. His calm and composed demeanor allow him to navigate even the most dangerous situations with a level head. Whether he's handling a spy who appears before Toko or recruiting Roroku for his research, Koshi's enigmatic nature and heart of gold will captivate you. So, the strength of the show lies in its dynamic character combination. Toko's courage, unwavering spirit, and Koshi's intelligence and resilience create a captivating duo. The connection between these two characters, along with their individual journeys, keeps the audience invested in the story. Their distinct personalities and backstories add depth to the overarching plot and create a compelling viewing experience. Overall, the characters in Fire Hunter bring life to the show and leave a lasting impression. Now let's delve into some criticisms of the show. While it has many strengths, there are areas that viewers found highly lacking. The biggest issue with the show is its poor production quality. The lackluster animation and occasional use of small split-screen portraits can be jarring for viewers, especially those accustomed to high-quality visuals. The Adobe Flash-esque character manipulation, poorly animated scenes, black screens, and off-putting shots make it difficult to immerse oneself in the story entirely. Some instances of bad animation include the fight between the Fire Hunter and the Fire Fiend who had taken Kaho hostage, and episodes where the dogs fly around like crazy as if the laws of physics did not exist. The next problem with the show is its tendency to occasionally, out of nowhere, cram a lot of information into a single episode, making it hard for the audience to even keep up with the subtitles. On the flip side, there can be episodes when the plot progresses at a snail's pace with nothing noteworthy happening, leaving viewers disengaged and bored. All of these issues culminate in a frustrating experience for viewers who want to be able to follow the story without feeling like they're constantly playing catch-up. Notably, the first two episodes are heavy on exposition and can be overwhelming to follow, while the journey to the capital drags on for several episodes without any significant developments. To make matters worse, one aspect of the show that has sparked debate among its viewers is its questionable art style. However, we argue that the style fits well with the show's overall tone and setting, a world where humans live in seclusion, constantly fearing combustion. The muted colors and desaturated backgrounds add to the atmosphere of hopelessness and despair. While it may not be to everyone's liking, the unique and bold artistic choice sets the show apart from others and adds an extra layer of depth to the story. If you can't tell already, our reaction to the Fire Hunter anime is a mixed one. While we appreciated the show's unique setting, engaging characters, and bold artistic choices, we cannot ignore some of its drawbacks. The poor production quality, occasional information overload, and abysmal pacing may be off-putting to some viewers. However, despite these negatives, we still believe that the story and characters of the show make it enjoyable enough for us to recommend it to our viewers. The show's exploration of human nature, survival instincts, and the consequences of power makes it a must-watch for those who enjoy thought-provoking and emotionally driven storytelling. If you're searching for a daring anime that's not afraid to take risks and tackle heavy themes, give the Fire Hunter a chance. So that's our final verdict. Check out our next video for more anime community content and discussion. Thanks for watching.